We do have our kids running around over here, so...
Real life.
Real life. Okay, you say it.
Hi. I'm Levi.
I'm Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Let's start that over again.
That was great. I think we nailed it. Take one.
I can't. No. Okay, take two.
Hey, YouTube. No,
Hey.
definitely not that one. No, definitely not.
Hey YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey YouTube.
YouTube.
What is up?
What's
okay,
up?
we'll do that together. 1, 2, 3. What up, YouTube? What's wrong with you?
I didn't do it right.
All right.
What up, YouTube?
That was good. I'm Emily.
I'm Levi.
This is Levi. He's my boyfriend.
She's my girlfriend for 10 years now. In what? Like a few more months?
Yeah.
We're almost on 10 years. 10
Yeah.
anniversary.
10 anniversary.
Let's sell our house for our 10 anniversary.
Damn.
Welcome.
Welcome to our channel. We are back
Mainly her channel. I'm just gonna hang out sometimes.
for 2020. We wanted you guys to get to know us a little better before we just start documenting our lives, because that's what we really want to do. So we thought we'd do a little 20 questions. Probably gonna have to break it up into 2 videos, but so that it's not forever long. But we thought we'd play 20 questions. I looked up like couples questionnaires and stuff, like get to know each other better and that kind of thing. So
Are some of them like really
some of
getting
them are,
into some
some
stuff?
of them are juicy.
Uh-oh.
You
I'm
nervous?
nervous.
All right, no, we got this.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay,
This is gonna be fun.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I like this.
number 1. Who's funnier?
We have to answer quick. We have to
No,
do it quick, so
no.
we like.
They don't have to be quick. But who do you think is funny? I think you're the funny one.
I try, but I don't think I'm very good at it. I mean, like 1 out of every like 50, I hit.
That's true.
And like,
that's
and
a
that,
little
and
bit
that,
true, but he runs off like 1 million a week, so it's really good.
Yeah.
Daddy.
What, baby?
Daddy.
Oh, you don't
Jason.
have to pick them all up, baby. You can just eat them and
Oh.
snack. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can shovel right there.
How do you both resolve arguments? Like,
Dear.
what is your argument style?
Yeah. They're totally different.
They are different. And it's weird because I feel like when I first moved in, I came from a family who believed in like the silent treatment. Like if I was
You think
doing
they can hear this okay with that? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
All right, go now.
I feel like it's almost changed over the 10 years we've been together, because I feel like when I first moved in, I came from a family who believed in like the silent treatment. Like if things were going wrong, then we just closed off and like went to our separate quarters until it like blew over.
That's kind of me.
Now, but when I moved in, I remember actually distinctly thinking like several times, like he would come to me with something he needed to talk about, and we would talk about it and we'd work through it and we would get through it and we were on the other side. And I felt like that's one of the big things that I like got so attached to about you, was that you just like resolved arguments. And so
At the beginning,
at the beginning, I feel like
we
you
would
were
always
allowed-
talk it out.
Yeah, you would come to me and you would be like, hey, I have this problem, like we need to talk about this, and we would work through it. But like sometime over the years, like it's like almost flipped, and now I'm like, okay, that's a good way to do it, because I feel like it worked better than the way I grew up with. But now he like tends to close off more. Like he'll go to his separate quarters and like wait for me to come talk to him.
And that's definitely how it is now. I thought it's always been like that, and I thought that I just got lucky that you were so good at always wanting to go right into it and resolve it.
I only do that because
But if something happens
You.
and like there's friction or tension, I am the one that goes upstairs and I get quiet,
yeah.
and I don't know what I think that's gonna do.
No, it frustrates the heck out of me. I'm always like,
I'm like, that'll
will you
show
come
her.
talk to me? Like, will you tell me what the problem is so we can work through it? But now I'm like, like way on that end of it, because I grew up with it different, and I don't want that to be how they grow up. Like I want them to know that you can come to somebody and talk to them about something and work through it. I feel like that just works better. So
Whatever it
that's
is,
how
it's working. So
that's how we
I
resolve
mean,
things.
we get through it.
What is the best and worst advice you've ever gotten? You go first, then I'll go. Do you need a minute to think?
You go first.
Okay,
I
I'll go
don't
first.
know.
I think my favorite advice that I've ever gotten is when I was younger and my dad taught me. I was having a hard time with my mom. Our relationship was always kind of rocky, and until lately. Love you, Mom. But when we were younger, our relationship was a little rocky, and I remember him telling me one day that you don't, loving someone isn't about what they do for you, but it's about what you do for them. And I think that that's probably
That's good advice, man.
yeah, my
Your
favorite
dad gave
advice.
that to you?
Yeah. And I remember at least for a while, it was my teenage years, so obviously I struggled. Thank you, bud. But for at least a while, I remember really putting it to heart and taking it to heart, whatever that means. I remember taking it to heart and like actively going out of my way to make my mom feel loved. And I remember actually noticing at the time how much more love I felt towards her as well. And I have lived with that my whole life, and I think that's probably the piece of advice that I have, lived off of most, more than anything else that anybody's ever told me. I'll have to think about the worst.
For me.
Oh, I know the worst. Can I go? I'll go.
I was so excited. I was like, yeah, it's my turn, dude.
No, let
I
me
got it.
finish.
If it's the same one, I'm gonna be so mad because you're gonna.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
No, I'm gonna go. I'm going. So no.
all right, you go.
You can go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
No, you.
Baby, go.
All right, I'm gonna go.
No, I'm gonna go.
The worst, the worst advice I think I've gotten was when we met this couple shortly after we had Adelaide, and they I guess it wasn't really advice, but they were talking about how they go on dates every week, and we were like, oh yeah. And at the time, Adelaide was like a year or two old, and we don't go on dates very often at all. And with Adelaide, we really never felt the need because it was so chill to go out, the three of us.
We're kind of homebodies.
And we're very much homebodies. And we were still like doing movie dates, like movie nights after we put our daughter to bed and stuff. And we were talking to this couple, and the couple like looked over at us and was like,
You mean you never go on dates?
and we're like,
Yeah, not really.
they were like,
Kind of a short road to divorce, don't you think?
and we were like, what? They were kind of like trying to, talk us into weekly dates like they do, actually leaving, getting a babysitter and everything like that. And I'm glad that we didn't ever stress too much about that piece of advice, because it was like,
Well, just be you. If you love to go on dates, like,
exactly.
then do it. But,
That's just not me.
but
like,
if you're
that's just not
type
us.
of people
and
who love to just chill out at home and
That's the
cuddle,
thing.
then my worst advice is probably contradictory to an earlier question, but I mean I was raised Mormon, and my whole life it's always I'm not. If it works for you, sweet. Keep doing it.
We are all about
Yeah.
everybody doing what works for them.
I'm supportive of whatever your religion is, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, But we were both
Good clarification there.
we were both Mormon for a really long time, and so we're always raised. Well, if things aren't going well for you, then pray, and if you don't get the answer, then you're probably not doing something that you should be doing. And it's just there's always a reason why things aren't working out, and eventually,
Somebody told you that?
well, yeah, the church over and over and over.
That you're not doing something right if you don't get an answer to your
Oh,
prayer?
for sure. That's
Oh
all.
my gosh,
That's all I
that's
was ever told.
terrible. Really?
And so,
I remember being told that. I was always just told, well, it's not the right timing. It's
and
God's timing.
So just in the last few years, like every time something has gone wrong, instead of being like, "Oh, please, somebody,
Yes,
somebody,
this is my favorite.
oh, please help me," I've just decided to switch that paradigm to
Let's handle it.
figure it the F out. And you know what? There's a dang good chance that while you're figuring this out, something else might go wrong, and figure that out and just handle it. And ever since like I have taken that mindset on, like it's just been easier to handle it. I don't know why,
I told you that.
but yeah.
I told you that.
So you gave me my best advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a terrible high five. Can we?
It was really
We're really
bad.
bad. There we go.
That was still was. What's up?
You're the best.
So yeah,
That was your best advice.
so I'm so totally pro if that works for you, because I know it does, and so but the praying, if it works
yeah,
for you,
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
knock
yeah,
it, because
yeah.
I know
No, I mean,
it's
I'm
so
sure.
important to so many
Yeah.
people. Like a lot of people very close to me, it's important to. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going too into detail.
That
We're
was good.
keeping it light. That was so not light.
Oh, this is a fun one. What would a mirror opposite image of you look like?
Image?
Yeah.
Are we talking?
No, like traits and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna do you, then you do me. So the mirror opposite of Levi would be like this guy who doesn't care about his physical health at all, who lets himself like just, go.
Plays lots of
Plays
video games.
video games.
You're gonna say that?
all the time.
Play video games.
Downs like Mountain Dew. Keeps his house just filthy. Just like wears a pair of socks and just like chucks them wherever. Like doesn't even care. That's the mirror. That's the opposite of you.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, I think. I try very hard not to do those things.
Oh, but makes it to church every Sunday.
Oh, hell no. Sorry, Mom.
Oh.
I'm grateful for my upbringing.
That's so
It's just
funny.
not for me anymore.
All right. Do me.
So the exact opposite of you would be does not care about anybody else. Puts everything on other people to do. Throws responsibility
Yeah,
on
that's
everybody
right. I'm
else.
like, do this, do that.
Yeah, no, you take on everything. in your
Totally.
life. Terrible mother. Doesn't care about her kids at all. Terrible cook in the kitchen. Oh, Grayson, you got a good one, didn't you?
Yeah. We're gonna have to handle this situation. We got a diverse situation. We need
Real
to
life,
handle.
yo. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, so just to finish off, and then
You remember what you were talking about?
yeah, and then also somebody who is terrible at
Oh, the opposite of me.
makeup. You're so very good at your makeup. I
know what I'm doing.
can't wait to try that video that we're gonna do. of doing
Oh
your
yeah.
makeup.
We're gonna
Like,
do it. He does my makeup.
I,
Video.
I never watch, so
Gonna be
I have no idea. So yeah,
All
and
right.
somebody who cheats. Did I tell you? Did I say
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Best and worst thing about getting older.
Doing it with you.
The best thing is just as you get older, you know more, obviously. You've just been around. Like I've had a little bit of a hard time the last couple weeks. A little bit of a hard time. Levi's like, a little harder. No.
Well,
But
what are we talking? Are we talking getting from like 20 to 30, or are we talking getting
just
from like
in,
10
just
to
in general
30?
getting older. And for me, like I've had a hard time the last couple weeks, but it's different for me like nowadays because I know I'm gonna get through it. I'm like, I know these emotions. Like I'm having a hard time, but I kind of know that I'm just in a season of transition and I will get out on the other side and go up again. And you know, when you're younger, you don't know that. You're just like, it's the end of the world. So I know, I didn't like that. So I like getting older because of the knowledge you acquire.
Getting to be a family guy, man. Like,
Best thing
well, I mean,
or worst thing?
no, the best. Did you ask both questions?
Yeah.
The best thing, because I mean, it's hard for sure, but before I met her, like, I tell her this all the time. I was in my mid-20s, and I'd wake up like a few times a week
cold
in like sweats, like I'm missing some, like my life's
Anxiety
like
attack,
it's
straight
not,
up.
yeah, something's not. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, and that never happens.
Are we done having babies?
What?
If we like fell ass backwards into money, maybe? They funny.
If we had unlimited streams of cash, then then it would be considered. But okay, sorry. One more time.
Favorite memory of our time together? I mean, there's literally no way I can choose just one.
It's all been so good. I mean, it's for me, it's Seattle, the first time. You know, our 3 subscribers probably don't know yet.
Hey guys.
But
Aren't 2 of them you?
yeah, I think all 3 of them are. I really like you. Okay. But yeah, we kind of knew each other a long time ago.
This has got to be a whole different video,
Yeah.
babe.
Anyways, our first date was a week-long trip to Seattle, and we'll go into that later. But that was definitely
Yeah, we'll have to
it was
get
so
on and just
it was
tell our
it
whole
was
story real quick.
It was so magical. Like
We
I
all
didn't
had
even
time.
think it was possible that something like that, like it'd be fun to talk about. We'll talk about it. If
Yeah, we'll
if
do
you
a
want to
different video
subscribe,
on that.
subscribe and we'll talk about it. If we get even
Not
if
if
we
you
get
want
even
to.
1 like on this video, we'll make another video and talk about it.
All right. Oh, pet peeves. You got something. I can already see it. You got something in your head.
I do, but it's not your fault.
It's the hair.
It's the, well, I love your hair, but
It's the hair.
I have OCD, and it's not an excuse. But like,
Do you know what mine is for you?
well, let's just finish it. No, I'm just
They
just,
know. And
just-
any couple out there knows the hair situation.
just all over the house. Like
The
I'm constantly
us
picking,
girls lose our hairs,
constantly
and then
picking
they're
them
all
up.
over the house.
and I'm like, "Ugh, I just
He
want to
literally-
find a magic
He
pill
literally
that
like
can keep
picks up
them.
every single hair and takes it to the trash like this, and I'm just like,
I don't know how there's any left.
I don't
Like-
either. No, to be honest. I
Like
really
it's
don't
really a question. I'm like, I've thrown away 800 this week, like, but it still looks so beautiful. How does that happen?
either. It's a lot
it's
thinner
not. It's
than
not.
it used to be. I
It's
can
not
tell
your
you that much.
fault. So like, I'm sure yours about me is actually my fault. So let's hear it.
What do you think it is? Can you
My
think
pet
of it?
peeve that I close up when I get mad.
No, that's not a pet peeve. That's just like pet peeves are just like little.
Oh,
silly things.
the dishes. Yeah, I don't do very good cleaning up my dishes. And by not very good, I mean
Specifically the cups. There is, at any given time, 5 to 37 cups
what?
lined up on the counter
was not
with like a little ring of liquid in the bottom of it because he grabs a new damn cup every time he needs a drink this much. He takes a sip this big and he needs a new cup and then he puts it on the counter and it's
It's
just
an
on the
OCD
counter
thing, I'm
for
sorry.
the duration of our lives. It's on the counter.
So
So
we buy plastic cups and we recycle them to fix the issue.
after I've taken all 37 and rinsed them out and set them out to dry before I throw them in the recycle
Baby, I'm
bin.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're worth it.
Please don't leave me. I'll work on my cups. I'm probably not gonna get better, but I'll try.
I don't think you're gonna get better. I've accepted it at this point as my fate.
What you got?
Speaking of cups,
Yeah, he's about to douse
he's
this
got
with
a
cold
he's got a
water.
cup of cold pool water right here. All right. Lastly,
How did you get so pretty?
it's not a question.
That's the question right here.
Nobody cares.
How did you get so effing beautiful?
No. What are you most looking forward to
Answer the question.
in your relationship? Looking forward to.
Watching a movie again with you
That would be nice.
someday?
I would take another movie night at some point in our
Yeah.
lives. Yeah. We've
Um,
been a little busy lately.
I could really go for just a movie with you.
Yeah. So
It's okay. It's okay.
as we get older, it's okay. Fun, fun.
We'll get it.
As we get older, though, I'm excited about having, like, as our kids grow and stuff, like, I wouldn't trade this stage for anything, but also I'm a little bit excited for, like, to be able to go out in the middle of the night with him again. Go to Walmart in the middle
that
of
was
the
so
night.
fun. We
Yeah.
go to In-N-Out at like 1 a.m.
I do miss, like, having the freedom to do stuff together. One of us always has to stay home now, you know, to watch the kids, or we have to bring the kids, which is great too. But I am excited someday to be able to have the freedom to do stuff together like that again.
And I look forward to having, like, I'm scared to death for when they are old enough to date and stuff, but I'm also looking forward to, you know, some family time again. Like, I miss you.
All right, that is all we have for now. Thank you for watching.
We're gonna do, it's like ice cold pool water right now? We're gonna do a where we get.
Nope, sure not.
Babe. So, hi YouTube. We could do it right now and then post it later. We're gonna film it right now. We're gonna go in the ice cold water. And we're gonna try to stay in for 5 minutes, right, babe?
Nope, we're just jumping in and running out.
Can you commit to 5?
Nope.
Just for
sure
the subscribers. If we get 10 likes on this video, she will stay in for 5 minutes in the cold water.
Sure won't. I love you guys, but I'm not standing in the water for 5 minutes.
Okay, how if we get 50 likes on this video, how long will you stay in the water for?
If we get 50 likes, I'll stay for 5 minutes.
Yes!
There's no way we're
50
getting 50 likes.
50 likes.
We've got like 6 subscribers.
It's so
literally.
cold. Just to give you guys an idea, I went in yesterday and I about cried. Like it's so cold. So if I would love
so
to,
emo.
I would love to see her in there for 5. I'll do it with her, obviously. Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching
Please-
our Q&A.
Please like it.
These were fun to
If-
do.
Please, please like it. Just like it.
Like and subscribe. And I'll send you virtual hugs.
Yeah. And we'll do another one.
No, but really, thank you for being there. We're going to start sharing a lot more.
We're gonna do another one either way, but it's like,
Yeah.
we'll like you back.
Yeah. Tell me if you have a channel and we can link up.
Yeah. Love you.
Thanks for...
No.